Happy Thursday, Center Cougars. I'm James.
And I'm Natalie.
And here's the news you can use for April 7th. The Center High School Hub is a place that can be helpful for students who are struggling. There are staff that students can speak with as well as a number of support groups available. Currently, there is the Anxiety Group, which helps students learn and develop tools for handling anxiety. They meet Tuesdays during second lunch at 1:10 p.m. and Wednesdays during first lunch at 11:35 a.m.
There's a Grief Group, which helps students learn how to process and grieve for the loss of loved ones. They meet Fridays at 8:40 a.m.
There's the Art and More Group, which is a group to help students learn communication skills through creative expression. They meet Thursdays from 12:50 to 1:50 p.m.
And there's the Recovery Happens group that helps students address and understand issues around substance use. They meet Thursdays from 1:55 to 3:25 p.m.
Freshmen and sophomores and juniors, are you interested in running for class office, ASB office, or commissioner positions for next school year? Election packets are available in room 401 with Miss Bowler through this Friday. If you have questions about the positions available or what it means to be a part of student government, stop by room 401 and see Miss Bowler.
Students can access the Sacramento Public Library and their e-resources with their Center Student ID number. This includes the free homework help program that they offer. Please see Mrs. Garcia in the library if you have any questions.
The last day to check out books from the library will be Friday, April 8th, and they are due back no later than Friday, April 22nd. Please remember to turn in any overdue books ASAP.
Applications for summer school are available in the Student Center. If you're interested or in need of summer school, please fill out the contract and return it to the Student Center as soon as possible. Classes fill up quickly and there will be a waiting list.
Krispy Kreme donuts will be delivered to school on Friday, April 8th for those who pre-order a dozen. On April 8th, there will also be additional donuts available for purchase for $1 each.
Now to Grow Time.
Hello, welcome to the Grow Time Show, where I have with me today Mr. Tomlinson. Would you like to introduce yourself, Mr. Tomlinson?
Sure. My name is Jason Tomlinson, Mr. Tomlinson. First year at Center, teach 10th and 11th grade English.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have taken a lot of vacations, I suppose?
Yeah, I've taken a lot of vacations. I took a lot of vacations when I was younger with my family, but now that I'm older, I get to plan my own vacations. So a lot of times we went to places I didn't want to go. Like you were forced to go to family fun, and I didn't want to do that, and then now I'm able to kind of do whatever I wanted to do. So that's been fun.
What trips have you taken now compared to what you've taken as a young kid? Like what trips are more fun to you?
Yeah, so I grew up in Oregon, and we went to the coast. We just went to the beach, which was like an hour away.
Oh.
So that was okay. And then when I was an adult, I was able to go to Japan on my own, which was
Oh, wow.
a lot different. Yeah.
What city did you go to in Japan?
When I was in Japan, I went to Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto.
That's cool. Are you a very avid book reader?
I am. Being an English teacher, I'm legally required to tell you that I'm an avid book reader.
What's your favorite book you've ever read?
Favorite book I ever read? So that always changes. So when I was younger, my favorite book was the Goosebumps series. I loved reading The Night of the Living Dummy, which is the ventriloquist. Now that I'm an adult, my favorite book I ever read was The Art of Racing in the Rain, which is about a dog. The story is told through the perspective of a dog.
Oh, okay.
And how he loves his owner, and eventually we find out that the dog gets sick. It's a tearjerker.
Little tragic story.
Tragic story. It's a good story, though. Yeah.
You like a lot of tragic stories?
I mean, yeah, the more tragic, the better, I think. If it makes you cry, it's a good book.
No, I agree. A lot of happy endings are kind of overdone,
Yeah.
like the happily ever after.
That's why I don't really watch Disney or anything like that.
Did you ever have a least favorite book you ever read in English? Because I know it's kind of a popular trope with English. It's we have to read this really old book.
Sure. There were so many when I was in high school. I didn't like a lot of English books. We read a couple of them. I read The Catcher in the Rye, and I hated it. I thought it was really boring. The kid was really negative. I read Where the Red Fern Grows, which is about some hunter in Alabama or something like that. And then probably all-time least favorite book was The Giver. Did you ever read that one?
I actually really liked The Giver.
I hated The Giver.
I liked The Giver.
I remember teaching it to a middle school student, and then I took the book and I threw it across the room when I was done.
Oh my god.
So yeah.
I actually didn't like the movie. I liked the book more, which is off.
Usually it's the other way around.
Usually the other way around.
Yeah.
But yeah, The Giver was actually one of the fun books that I read in English class. One of my favorite though is Island of Blue Dolphins. That was my favorite book I ever read, and I think that was in the 6th grade. Thank you, Mr. Thompson, for your time.
Anytime.
And back to you, CTV.
Thanks, Isaac Grow.
I'm James.
And I'm Natalie.
Thanks for watching CTV.